are my rights to recover damages in a wrongful death claim involving a loved one if I'm a member of the LGBTQ community? In a wrongful death claim in Illinois and Missouri and most other states, the claim is usually made by one plaintiff leading the claim, often the son of a father or the daughter of a father or a mother. And then, but sometimes it's a spouse as well. In 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court in Oberfell versus Hodges ruled that any bans on same-sex marriages in states were illegal. However, that doesn't mean all states have laws that permit marriage between same-sex couples. Regardless, in a wrongful death claim, the one person is making the claim, but a group of people are entitled to the damages from that claim. So uh, a spouse can make a claim for their spouse, but then not only that spouse would receive the damages, but maybe the brother and sister of the deceased or another child of the deceased. The group of people who recover those damages is much broader. So the good news with the changing laws involving um, same-sex marriage or about transgender rights, or bisexual people or other areas is those are breaking down. Those barriers are breaking down, and most of the time, in terms of receiving benefits in and distribution of benefits in a wrongful death case, those barriers are gone. Certainly in our law firm, I'm Gary Berger of Berger Law, by the way. Certainly in our law firm, we wouldn't tolerate those barriers. That's not appropriate when the sad, terrible circumstances arises of the untimely death of a loved one, where a legal claim has to be made because someone's negligence caused that death. Whether that negligence is a medical malpractice, a car crash, a truck crash, a slip and fall accident, workers' compensation claim, whatever the origin of the wrongful death claim may be. So certainly, so if the same-sex spouse of a deceased person, that person can make that claim and be assigned or appointed by the court to be the proper plaintiff to maintain the claim for the decedent, to which we refer the person who died. And then the damages recoverable are dictated by state law, and in most states, loss of companionship, wage loss, medical expenses, pain and suffering, mental anguish, and a host of variety of damages occur. And in each case, we assess the damages separately. So if someone's not working, we can't make a wage loss claim, but a lot of the other claims come. And then when we recover for those damages, we typically will allocate the balance of those damages to the family members, the people entitled to recover. The state's law comes in and applies and says what groups are entitled to what. For instance, brothers and sisters get usually a lesser claim, or they stand behind spouses and parents. But it depends on the age of the person and whether they have children, and there could be a variety of factors. So to try to navigate that, we always look to the facts, and I don't want to go on too much on hypotheticals about how those damages may rise and how the different families, because the families are different these days, and I have a great family and a variety of people in my family that interact and come into my family in different ways. So long and short of it is, those barriers that might have existed for recovery of damages by members of the LGBTQ community are gone in most ways. And certainly laws that would put up barriers have been stricken down by the Supreme Court in that 2015 decision I referenced. So if you happen to be a claimant or have a family member or a loved one who passed, and someone's saying that you can't recover because of one of these issues, that's not true. You can't. And we'll answer those questions for free at my firm. And And if you have a same-sex spouse who tragically, sadly passed, you should and can be the representative to make that claim on their behalf for you and your family. If you have any questions about that or want to know more, please contact us. I'm Gary Berger at Berger Law. Thank you.